Let's start here, Nick. This is a historic day. This is the son of the sitting president who is now convicted of 3 felony counts, guilty on all 3. We've never been here in our history, so let's keep that in mind as we move forward here. Clearly, the jury found that the prosecution had proved its case. This case the entire time hinged on whether or not Hunter Biden knowingly lied when he checked a box that said he was not an illegal drug user. The jury obviously not convinced by Hunter's arguments, and within about 3 hours total of deliberating, relatively quick, they came back and delivered that guilty verdict. Now, we can tell you from our perspective, our NewsNation team inside the courtroom, Hunter Biden didn't really have much of a visceral, emotional reaction. He stayed pretty steady, turned around, hugged his attorneys, he hugged his wife. We heard that his uncle, James Biden, the brother of the president, did sort of gasp as he heard the verdict. That was essentially it. Moments ago, you showed Hunter walking out of the courtroom with the First Lady on his one hand and his wife, Melissa, on the other hand. The First Lady actually was not inside the courtroom when this verdict came down. It just shows you it was very quick from the time when we heard the jury had come to a verdict to the time when they actually announced what it was. Not a long time at all. And we had heard earlier in the day that the First Lady was not going to be here. So whether it was a last-minute change, whether maybe she didn't expect the verdict to come down so quickly, we don't know. But what we do know is that by the time she arrived at the courthouse, the verdict had already been read, guilty on all 3 counts. And there you see the images there, that historic moment. Nick, we know that between now and 120 days from now, virtually 4 months or so, that this sentence is going to come down. That's what the judge said shortly after the verdict was read, that in cases like these, generally takes about 120 days. That may change depending on some technicalities or potentially efforts to appeal. But as of right now, we think that that's when a Hunter may be sentenced in this case. So obviously, as we just mentioned, we've witnessed history here today. And moving forward, Hunter Biden is going to be a convicted felon as he now prepares for a second criminal trial in California coming up in September. A short amount of time away here, Nick.
There was no movement towards a microphone or opportunity for Hunter to speak, or did we hear anything from Hunter or his attorney, Joe?
I mean, virtually every media outlet in the country on a national level is here behind us, and all of us were sort of watching as Hunter came out to see whether he wanted to make any kind of statement, whether he or whether his attorneys wanted to say something. They did not do that. Every single day in this trial, they've had the opportunity to come up to the cameras, and obviously we all would have loved to hear what they were thinking and where their heads were at. They chose not to do that. Neither have the prosecuting attorneys, by the way. They did not come out today. Leo Wise, Mr. Hines, Derek Hines did not come out and make any statements afterward. They had actually indicated in the courtroom they were not going to do that. We are, however, going to hear from the special counsel in this case, David Weiss, the U.S. attorney that effectively oversaw this entire case, at 1:30 Eastern time today in an office that's about a 10-minute walk from where I'm standing now. So that will be the first official voice after this trial for someone who is actually involved in it. We've also been waiting to hear from the White House and whether the president has anything. In fact, I think we do have a statement. Just bear with me, Nick, here 1 second. This is a statement from President Biden that we just got in now. I'm going to read it. It says, quote, "As I said last week, I'm the president, but I'm also a dad. Jill and I love our son, and we're so proud of the man he is today. So many families who've loved ones that have battled addiction understand the feeling of pride, seeing someone you love come out on the other side and be so strong and resilient in recovery. I also said last week, I'll accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter continues or considers an appeal. Jill and I always will be there for Hunter and the rest of our family with our love and support. Nothing will ever change that." So just as I'm reading that now for the first time, that is the reaction from President Biden, reacting as a father, reacting emotionally, largely echoing the statement we got from him at the beginning of this trial, where he said, "I'm not going to get involved, but we're going to stand with our son, and we're proud of what he's overcome with his struggles with addiction. Nick.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.